Kotetsu here, Ohio. Guten Morgen, guten Abend, guten Nacht, hello, hello.
Igniting a brighter day.
Laughing hearts won't let evil stay. Hello. Good morning.
Breaking through, show the world it's error. Hearts of metal still can feel.
All your fun little phrases.
Hearts of metal still can feel. Past of sorrow still can heal. It's your past that makes you real. And run away from the man you used to be. Wap, 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 wap. You had to see. Don't lock away the path to break yourself free.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Chat. Today is we're doing a little bit of farm later. We're going to do an actual collab.
That's the sorrow still can heal.
In case you're not aware, I am not a professional, I'm not a skilled individual, I'm barely even a sane individual. But today, yes today, we're gonna do some farm sim. That's basically all we're doing today. We're gonna hang out, we're gonna farm some sims, we're gonna sim some farms. And then later, we're gonna do some peak. What is peak? What is peak? Peak is flavor of whatever the month is, you know? Ah! Did I break something? Hold on. I might have broken something. Wait. What the fuck? How do you keep coming unplugged? Hold on. What do you fucking mean? Do you want to exit? I hate how OBS regularly wants to exit itself. Genuinely frustrating. So anyway, today, the next few days, actually, I think. That's fine. I'll just, hold on. Hey, there we go. Everything works now. All right, I'm just gonna relax, hang out, have some fun. Tired of streaming to zero? No, I'm not tired of streaming to zero. There we go. Alright. So today is Farm Sim Day. It's the day of Farm Sim. Actually, I think most days are Farm Sim days for me, but hey, today I'm gonna hang out for a little bit and we're gonna do some of this, then I'm gonna do some streaming later of some actual... Where are you? There you are. Sweet. Probably would be better to do more Zomboid, but you know what? I wanna do more Farm Sim. I want to try to, like, successfully run a farm here, chat. So, we're not going to do a fresh start or anything. Why the fuck am I getting, like, thousands of fucking DMs? There's Venom, but he's a Power Ranger. I see. I see. I see. That is wild as hell. Alright. Let's, start the stream. Hulk Hogan's dead. Okay, cool. So they're going through and killing celebrities already. Oh yeah, it's that time of year again, where a bunch of celebrities drop dead. Hi! Alright, I think I've got everything good. I think I've got it all good. Think everything's fine? Alright, I think we're all good. I think I've got everything ready to go. I think I'm gonna be able to successfully... It's fucking hell. Why does everybody bug me as soon as I go live? Nobody ever talks to me! Oh, Ohio. You know what, chat? We should play in Ohio. Ohio. You know, so nobody on my Discord list or my friends list bothers to fucking talk with me 98% of the day, but the second I go streaming, right? No matter what time of day I'm streaming, they will never bother me. They'll never chat with me, they'll never get in touch, they'll never anything until I go live, and then they'll send like 30 fucking messages. This is what life is right now. Tractor Thursday. Listen, I'm just gonna grab some Thursdays. Well, we're also gonna be doing a collab at some point later. Holy shit, ew. What the hell happened here? Oh. Ugh. It's like some weird ceiling goo. Just fell down on my damn... is there something dead up there? Blech. No, probably not. It's just kind of a weird... It doesn't smell like death. Okay, I'm gonna have to get that checked out. I think something fell into my fan. Looking forward to it. So yeah, we're gonna be doing a collab later in the evening. We're going to be doing Flavor of the Day, Peak, later on. That's gonna be at 6 p.m. But I just wanted to... I'm not doing that there. I'm gonna do my career. We're gonna continue on with this. Hold on. Actually, before I do that, let's see if there's any new mods. Are there any new fun mods? Also... Chat! There's Ohio! There's Ohio. Oh wait, they did a port over of Silver Run Forest? Oh fucking hell, really? Oh shit. Okay, I actually really want to see what Silver Run Forest looks like in this one. So Silver Run Forest, the whole gimmick is that it's all forest, so you're doing a lot of logging, right? That was for 2022. I kind of want to check out what it's like in the current one. Alright, you know what? That one has some really cool bridges. That one also has a cool mechanic where you can collect little statues to get extra money. We might go and do that at some point. Probably not like right now. Okay, so these are all official mods by the actual makers of the game. So when they can't add things in or they want to show people what something would look like, right? They will create a official mod, right? Oh, the Silver Run is actually an official mod. Hell yeah. Like, if they're not intending on selling something, or they want to bring something back, they'll release these official mods that aren't necessarily by default, right? Flavor of the Day. Yeah, because we're going to be hanging out with some folks. It's going to be fun. We got some Flavor folks as well. It's going to be cool. Let's see. Yeah, so if they can't get, like, licensing for something, or it's something from a previous game that maybe people really liked, something that's not necessarily up to their main standards, they'll release it as this, because like they don't have the rights to the Volvo stuff anymore, so they'll release like the Volvo instead of as like as a pack. They'll release it as a mod, then later on they might release an actual like updated pack. It's kind of amazing. I like that kind of stuff, right? So we have like the horse stuff, we have like a bunch of little bits and bobs. Precision farming is also one of these, right? Which adds a boost in realism. And that was sponsored by the fucking World Economic Forum. That was fucking sponsored by the World Economic Forum? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, the European Union and the World Economic Forum sponsored the creation of this fucking mod. It's kind of fucking insane. Yeah. It's fucking wild. Oh, but we have like, I really want to get Silver Run. You know what? I'm gonna get this. Fucking hell yeah. I want this one. This map was always like my favorite. I'm glad they brought that back as an official mod. So we'll get some of that run and we'll see if there's anything non-official on here that I want to grab. Any new mods inside of the vehicles listing? Not really anything super interesting to me. Oh hey, it's a Challenger. Look at that. It's a generic Challenger. Or is that a different one? It's kind of like the Challenger. The Lizard Road Rage and the Lizard Road Rage. Ooh. My question is, why are you getting a two-door car as a farmer? Provides a simulated environment for training with new tech. Yeah? Yeah. I like the International Harvester. Chat, this shit is my jam. Give me a proper international harvester any day of the week. Let's see. So, are there... Oh, hey, we got a new type of tuk-tuk. Is that one faster? Look at that. Like, so you can set it up in a little... Is it bad that I kind of really want to play a map where we just try to, like, have the barest minimum amount of actual farmland? 6 horsepower options? Oh, I thought it was saying it has 6 horsepower. I'm like, oh no. 5,500 bucks for that? Oh, fuck yeah. Hold on. Because we're gonna add that to the download list real quick. Fuck yes. Does have a scooter? I kind of really want to be like, have a farm inside of like Central Park. We just have like New York City as densely packed as real life. Just have a really hyper dense like cyberpunk dystopia maybe, like New York City. And then you've got your little tiny farm areas, and you have to try to farm inside of it. Most of the old cars you see in the countryside are 2 doors. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. Because you'd think you'd want 4 doors for the extra storage in the back. Because then you could use it as... Although I guess if you want just speed... Yeah, I can see that too. They're also probably going to be a little bit cheaper, right? Although I don't know, I thought the 4 doors would be cheaper. Because, like... No, because like most people don't want the 4 doors, right? Because the 2 doors look more sporty and fancy. Consume. What do we got for animals? That's all we have for animals. Not a lot of people are making mods for this one yet. It's fairly new. Compared to the old one, though. The old one had a fuck ton of mods for everything. Basically anything you could think of. Then again, I guess they did keep that one going forever, and that was when modding was a lot bigger of a scene. What you got? Oh shit! Oh, that's fucking cool. You can use just the vehicle to attach them. Production points after installing this model will create new pallets of the mod. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, look, Jerry! Look, guys, it's Jerry! Jerrycan with diesel and pallet. Perfect for refilling your check if you're another fuel. It's fucking cool. Alright. I misspelled cars. Lower the game music some, please. 30%, 30%, 30%. I can't believe you. You're like, hey, change your volume. Hey, change this. Hey, change that. Ooh, we don't want to hear the game. Ooh. No, it's probably way too fucking loud. There we go. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Alright, cool. We got that captured. Good, good, good. But now it's gonna be quieter than the damn... Now it's gonna be quieter than the ding-dang-dang-ba-dam. It's gonna be quieter than the stuff. The problem with this is you don't have, like, stable volume on this. This stuff gets very loud, very quiet, very loud, very quiet. It's really frustrating to try and get it to work. Alright, let's see. I think... Automatic shipments. Hold on. Really? Expand your stables with production so you can automatically ship, distributing or selling the goods. To do this, position trigger areas on top of each other. Really? Interesting. That seems fun. So you can set up these little sheds if you want to just have it auto-sell, so you don't have to move it around, so you can be more lazy and just let the stuff sell itself instead of you having to pick stuff up and move it. Fair enough. Oh shit! Storage pallets. Okay, that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. Problem is, I'm half concerned that I would buy it. It would sell the pallet, and then I'm out 500 bucks because they paid me like 20 bucks for the actual food. Ooh, dynamic crushable rocks. 30 dynamic rocks you can buy and bring to your mine or quarry. Sorry, why are you buying rocks to bring to your quarry? Hold on. Hold on, I have a question here. You can buy rocks? What? Ooh. The T466 suspended loader is designed for the lifting and unloading of big bag fertilizer bags. It is also used for direct filling the loading box of fertilizer spreaders. Clanker, I'm gonna kick your ass. Clanker, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass. What kind of rocks? Well, let's see. We have your classics. We've got, what, marble, we got stone, we've got cocaine, like cracked cocaine. You know, we just got a bunch of rocks, your typical stuff. Could have used those rocks yesterday. Yeah, we could have during Zomboid. Fucking hell, man. See, I was actually kind of torn whether I wanted to use Zomboid, if I wanted to do Zomboid today, or I wanted to do the, what's it fucking called? Whether I want to do Zomboid or I want to do Farm Sim here. At the end of the day, I decided Farm Sim. And if it winds up going a certain way, I might just go back to Zomboid anyway. But I just wanted to do some Farm Sim for a bit. Wanted to relax, grab some trees and whatnot. There's no new trees added in. Really? Really? None? Oh shit. Chat, look at that fucking chicken coop. Look at that fucking chicken coop. I need it. Chat, I need the chicken coop. Zomboid's a great time of disappearing hours for from your day. Oh yeah, dude, it is so easy to lose all your time. It makes me so fucking happy. That game is so much fun. Alright, let's see. What do we got here? Riding stables. I think people just don't know the categories they want to set their mods in. Because I'm noticing a lot of, like, animal stuff. Oh, wait, no, it's animal pens, not animals. Okay, that explains a lot. Yeah. Bigger anime barns. Anime barns! Playing the music variates in volume too much and I gave an actual solution. Listen, we don't have solutions here, Clanker. We don't have solutions here. I am definitely serious in my anger against you. In hindsight, would it have been faster for us to find the actual rocks instead of a sledgehammer? Yes. Yes, it would have. Anime cows? Oh, you mean like, oh, I rate her sometimes. She's fucking great. She's a lovely German woman. Tactical Cow VTuber. Oh, shoot, I can't remember her damn name. Ah! Can't remember her name! Wishy. Wishy VT. Yeah! It's funny how we have Wishy, Twitchy. There's always like, 2-syllable. Is there an Uma Musume mod? That would be so fucking insane. That would be so insane. Uma Musume? Oh, I kind of like that. Look, it's a little like... Oh, that's kind of cool. Just a little small... A German cow enjoyer. Truly a rooted individual. Listen, I like a lot of Vtubers. I like a lot of Vtubers, alright? Vtubing makes me happy. And Vtubers make me happy. That's true. Concrete well... well. Water tank. Wooden doghouse, and decorations. Alright, let's see what we can try and get here. I think we've got pretty much everything I really want. Ooh, water tanks? Do we have any really, like, terrible water tanks? I don't want to get the water tower. I don't want to get the water tower. Look! Oh, that's so pretty. Look, it's a little tiny... Oh, that's so cool. I want it. Which I also enjoy. I meant because of the Germanic milk drinking gene, which I also enjoy. I mean, listen, drinking milk, I think if you can't drink milk, you're just weak, and you need to become stronger. Work out, exercise, diet, make sure your diet contains milk, and slowly just stop being lactose intolerant. Don't let the world force you to be lactose intolerant, you know? I think that, you know, if you're ever allergic, just stop. Yeah, and I definitely really mean this. Just stop being allergic. What? Are you gonna just stay allergic forever? You can do better than that. You can stop being allergic. Oh, that's a bee house? Oh, look, it's a little, like, it's a tiny house, but it's filled with bees. Filled with bees. It's amazing. I'm gonna buy that as well. Look at these beehives. Not the bees. Well, they're in your eyes. They're in your eyes. Not the bees. Not the bees. Ah, the bees. They're in my eyes. They're in my eyes. Get them off me. Get them off me. Let's see. I think... You know what? I'm gonna add this radio tower mod, chat. And I'm gonna save up my money to get me a radio tower. I'm gonna save up my money and eventually we're gonna get a radio tower. And we're gonna rent it out to the radio stations. You know what else I want? Look at this. You can produce flour and sugar in this windmill. Holy shit. I am going to go full Germanic here, and we are going to build a series of windmills, and we're going to joust them. We are going to joust. Just run face first at the windmills. What do we got here? Schaefer mini loader. Also 23D wall box. Really? That's cool as fuck. That's cool as fuck. Now buy ziplines. Listen, I would in a heartbeat, chat, in a fucking heartbeat, own a Zeppelin. If I had the money and the crew with the experience, I would in a fucking heartbeat, undeniably so. Unfucking deniably so. Just go out there and own my own windmill. You understand that, right? Windmill. Zeppelin. Thank you, brain. I was thinking windmills. I would also own my own windmill in a heartbeat. You kidding me? I believe we are good to return. Nope. To my career. My career. You know, I should probably turn off that super strength thing, because I mean, I'm using it as too much of a crutch, and I feel like it is missing out on the main purpose of the game. But we're gonna keep it here. The voices, ah. There we go. Let me quiet the voices. If I remember right, the Dutch also went pretty heavy into windmills. It's true, they did. The Dutch made some amazing windmills. I appreciate the Dutch. I appreciate the Dutch! I tolerate the French. I appreciate the Spaniards as well. Ah, the Spanish. Ah, the Spanish Armada. Is there anything quite so fanciful? Tolerate the French. I'm German. Do you expect me to say something other than I tolerate the French? I am a mixture of English, German, Russian, and Japanese. And you're asking me to do more than tolerate the French. The English in me hates the French. The German in me hates the French. The Russian in me also hates the French. So I tolerate the French. I tolerate the French. We crashed. Oh shit, that's the first fucking crash we've had. Wait, hold on. Hold on, is it not crashed? Oh, it's not crashed! Hold on! No love for the listings. I see how it is. Think about it. Technically, you're also some Brazil. I mean, I have some family in Brazil. Does that count? Does that count? mean, yeah. Alright, let's fucking go. Welcome! Welcome to my lovely farm. Which side of the family's in Brazil? Man, that is certainly a question, isn't it? Welcome! Welcome to my farm. As you can see, we grow only the finest crops here. This is only the finest dirt that we have replaced with cobblestone. Look at that. No grass means no having to, you know, like, mow the grass. I need to move to that town, man. You do, actually. It's apparently a pretty cool town. I say apparently. Definitely apparently. Alright, chat, so we need to try and build up our farm here. We get 11 grand right now. Hey, Painkiller! How you doing? Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hey, Arkham. Hey. We are relaxing for a lovely day of farming and simulationing. I'm gonna try and run in front of this train. Where's the train? Where's the train? Wait, where is it? Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Oh, it's over there. I thought it was gonna hit me. Funky? Wait, chat, are you feeling funky? Hold on. You ever play Goat Simulator? I played Goat Simulator when it was brand new, on like day of release, and it was so ass. It is one of those games that is ass intention. Did that dog just start to signal? Yes. I haven't thought of that name in 10 years. It's been a while. Bring that name which brings shame across. Chickens ran over to look at me. Hell yeah. Ah. Hold on. I'm damaging my pickups. Just drive over the track. Why are you just hanging out in the road? Why are you, Sparky? Why are you just hanging out in the fucking road? Sparky, what the fuck? Sparky, why? That's kind of wild. I always thought that was very much a game of its time. I didn't expect them to still be made in. How you doing? We've saved a seat for you. Right over there. Please have a seat over there. Holy shit, I forgot how much water. We're gonna try and make some money, alright? My biggest hope with all of this is we can actually turn a profit and make back the $100,000 we invested into this place. I don't think we're going to be able to, but you know what? A man can hope and a man can dream, right? So we're using mostly greenhouses. We're using mostly greenhouses because I find it fairly relaxing. We are going to try and expand this area out to have as much passive income as we can. I know that a lot of people will try and use the solar farm, wind farm method, so you can do as little work as possible. Take out a big loan, then just grab a bunch of that crap. I do think that's a fairly lazy fuck way of doing it, and I think that if we optimize everything... We survive in Zomboid, because we were doing so good. Okay, so last night's Zomboid, total throughout that night, we lost, I want to say, 3 characters. I believe you were still on when we had the character that was the most recent one. I believe that one, because that one, we did not end the night with a death. We ended the night with our guy alive, wearing a welder's mask and a straw hat, along with a bunch of other clothes to try and, like, keep himself padded and warm. He is still alive, which is good, you know. The hope is he'll continue to be alive. I still don't know why Duke, our earlier character, wound up dying. I think it's because I ult F4'd at all. I've been trying to find a mod that gets rid of the stupid fucking It's Too Dark to Craft. I've been trying to get rid of that for a while, right? I've been trying to get rid of that one for a while. Because that fucking... I hate that mechanic so much. Because there's times where it's clearly bright enough that your character can see, right? It's clear as fucking day that you can see the APC. Yeah, no, that guy's still alive. That guy is still alive. He is still alive and ticking. Although we did realize that the APC tends to smash its lights really quickly and really often. So we're gonna have to be very careful with that. Good old Lisa. Good old Po Lisa. Reason I'll never use Cat's Eye and Zomboid. It's just so fucking frustrating, man. It's so fucking... Because it's like... Okay, I can obviously see just fine. Also, I was trying to clear out some of the logs here, right? You can see I started cutting things down to try and clear this, and then I realized something. Unlike the previous game, I can't just grind these fucking stumps. I'm trying to... Because before, I was able to, like, just grind them. I was able to use the chainsaw to grind the stumps down, right? Do you remember the name of it? Well, it's... Well, we have Po Alice, which is the letter P, then Alice, because the A was on there. Meaning what kind it is. Oh, well, we already talked about that. It's an M114, I think it is. Or is it an M79? I think it's an M114. So you guys still have 100% food. We got all 31 of the chickens. We should be doing proper farm production there. Do we have anything I can use on here to try and get ourselves a little bit better in terms of our animal production? I do want to try and raise mostly chickens because we don't deal with no bird flu bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, we don't do no bird flu bullshit, and I think that more people need to understand that bird flu is just a state of mind. You know what I mean? Let's see. That is also 20 chickens. I wonder if it's 20 chickens because it's smaller space. Like it's a smaller floor plan, so you can put more of these down. Okay, so you're about the same amount of space. About the same space for 10 less chickens. Oh no, it's for 1 less chicken. Oh shit, that's actually valuable. Let's see. Is that our drop-off? Yeah, that's gonna be your drop-off. Alright. So knowing that that's our drop-off, we'll put these on the back wall here. let's start up this one. I'd like to transfer some shit to what we already have. It should be faster. Can I transfer? Animations are a bit stuttery, but they do. So that'll do their slow stuff there. So their slow supply. We get 5 grand left. What else can we get for 5 grand? I think right now we just kind of see with it. Try and go money, try and go this. Here. Eventually I would like to get our guy a house, so we can stop sleeping outside in a tent during the winter. But it's kind of like Zomboid in that regard, in that we're just kind of surviving the best we can. Next day. Third chance solo. That sucks, man. That sucks. We need to change that. You need to go commission one right now. You need to commission one right now. Alright, so we can use the super strength if we want to, right? The reason why I've been using super strength is despite us having this pallet jack, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass to pilot. Like, more so than they are in real life. And I don't know why they didn't just obfuscate it a little bit, so it's at least as easy to use in real life. They've got this weird fucking control system, and it's really, really much a pain in the ass. Way more so than it is to use these things in real life. There's so much in this game that does that as well, where for some fucking reason, they have just decided to make things so fucking hard to control. Actually, I think this one's a mod, so you know what, I'm not gonna blame the game designers for a mod, but there's also other stuff in the base game that is just as fucking hard to control. Jokes aside, the Toho music is 3 times louder than you. No, it's not. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're a fucking liar. Liar! No, you're probably right. You're probably actually right. It's just the volume sounds weird on my end. And my little layers here. The little layers here sound very awkward. Come on. So, like, you guys can see why I'm doing the super strength instead. Because this thing's just a pain in the ass to control. I don't know what it is about the new systems in place here. But, so we're just gonna Alt S, turn on super strength, grab this shit, move it around. Move, sell. Come on, only one of these actually has anything? You're fucking kidding me, right? Where's the production on literally anything else? Where's my production? Oh, we got like nothing! Oh, so Sthall, thank you very much for helping. I genuinely do want that kind of advice from time to time. Because if people hear that shit is way too loud, It's better that I be told rather than people just kind of wander off on their own. I realize we've entered this era where you can't tell anyone anything. Kinda tired of that era. Alright, we're gonna do what we can. Get everything done we can here. Make sure water levels are fine. Yeah, okay. I'm surprised we aren't getting any more rain. Thought we would have had something more to feed the chickens. Speaking of chickens, how are you guys doing this month? Alright, you guys have plenty of food, plenty of health. Should be fine for cycling through the next month. Is that better? Is that better? The music volume is not any better. It's still way too loud. Fine, I can turn it down to like fucking nothing. There you go. Now I can't really hear it at all, but you guys should be able to hear it. Which doesn't bug me at all. It just very much bugs me. I will tell anything to your face, apart from talk smack about your Oshi. Wow. Alright. Alright. My man's too afraid to talk smack about my Oshi. I see how it is. This is a good point. Well, I'm glad it's good for you because I can now no longer hear the music. At all. But I guess it's not for me, it's for you guys? I don't know. There we go, there we go. $100, $900. Feel good. This one for feeding the chickens. Because your Oshi's immaculate. Ah, okay, I see how it is. I see how it is. I see how it is. My Oshi is the snitch of phase connect. Betraying everybody else. You farming those sweet, sweet current events? Oh man, which ones are we talking about? Ozzy Osbourne? Are we talking Hulk Hogan? Are we talking V Shoujo? Oh yeah, she retold the story. Yep, she is the ultimate snitch of Phase Connect. Never say anything to Pippa you don't want Fishman to hear. But you know what? I can respect that, because at least she's honest about it. She also talked about how she came by the booth. What do you mean? Nothing ever happens! Oh, jeez. Yeah, she also came by the booth at Offkai. She's cool as hell. I do like how everyone in chat was saying that Oni was the only person running the booth. It's like, okay, that's kind of rude to poor JK. You know, I'm willing to accept being ignored, but don't ignore JK. He's a cool dude. To be fair, first job loyalty is nothing to scoff at. Oh, nothing at all. No, genuinely, highly respect that shit. And anything I say negative about most of the girls is usually going to be just lighthearted ribbing. There are some times when I definitively think that talents, VTubers, people in general, need to be called out on shit. Pippa's the lapdog enforcer and cheerleader Fishman. And I wouldn't like it any other way. Yeah, seriously! Like, at least she's consistent, you know what I mean? Fucking hell. I mean, the thing is, right? I think people would have more respect for people at other companies, I will say that way. Yeah, I think people would have more respect for certain individuals at other companies if they were open about it as Pippa is, instead of trying to pretend they're not. Nah, that's a safe way to put it. That's a safe way to put it. I think people respect honesty. I also think that people sometimes respect a lack of honesty as well, because there are some times when people just genuinely, if you're open and honest with them and you tell them exactly what you're doing, will hate your fucking guts. But I mean, there's a lot of people who I think are, for example, right? I think that the things that there are a lot of people, not talking about Pippa, this, but talking about somebody else who I had personal experience with, who, what that individual is doing, I fucking hate, right? There's an individual who I hate what they're fucking doing. I hate what kind of person they are. I hate all that shit, right? But I respect the fact that they're open, honest, and upfront. You know what I mean? Oh wait, I just took eggs all the way to the grain farm. Hey, do you guys want to buy some eggs? You guys want to buy some eggs at the grain barge? Come on. Who wants eggs? I got this pallet of eggs. Well, actually, it's just one corner of a pallet of eggs, but still. The thing I don't like is how people don't handle nuances like Shondo. Shondo's wiser to her years. Her years due to all the bullshit she's lived through. I like how she handled the beggars. Some are stupid. Man, okay. How do I put this? Oh man, there are many things I would like to say, but I don't know how. There are many things I would like to say. There are many things I would like to say, and many of them I will not be able to say to the day that I die. Not about Shondo. Not about Shondo. It's not about Shondo. Shondo's great. Shondo's great. I'm trying to think of ways that I can even, like, vague post on some things with that. Let's see. How do I let's handle this like a politician. I'm not sure I can. Let's handle a different topic then. Individuals oftentimes will get brought in by the idea that, don't worry guys, everyone is totally equal all the time. And there are individuals who are in reality handcrafted by genetics, by themselves, by what have you, even by life experiences. They are handcrafted for very specific jobs, very specific tasks, and many times in life, the worst individuals you will find in life are that way because they are doing something which is not what they were made to do. There are a large number of individuals, and we're seeing more and more of them by the day, who have been conned in to the idea that they can be something other than what they were necessarily, like, set for, what they were made for, what they were, you know, handcrafted for. Because again, you are going to be happiest at that which you are genuinely set for. I'm an example. The thing is, there's a lot of examples, right? And it's like, you can be happy doing something you weren't made for, right? You can be happy with that. I choose to do VTubing because it makes me happy enough, even though I cannot do what I was literally born and bred to do. And it pisses me off that I can't, beyond no fucking measure. What you're saying is women shouldn't drive. What I'm saying is that there are women who should not drive. There are men that should not drive. There are individuals who are handcrafted through genetics, education, passive experiences. There are individuals that are specifically handcrafted for certain scenarios who are best suited for those, and all of humanity is better for them sticking into those scenarios, who decide that they don't want to be what they're best at, they don't want to do what they're best at, they would rather ditch what every aspect of their being is made for and go somewhere else. And then wonder why they're fucking miserable. Refusing to accept the simple facts that, hey, they have something that they're perfect for. They have something that they're built for, that they're designed for, that they're made for from their very core of their being. They have a purpose. The thing that hurts the most, though, to me personally, is seeing how many individuals have that purpose, are made for that purpose, and then that purpose goes away. Because there's a lot of them, and there's more and more of them all the time. There's also more and more individuals who are being placed into stations that are above or beneath their purpose. And again, are non-compatible with who they are. There we go. There we go. I do believe that everyone has a purpose. I am firmly, strongly, intensely confirmed in that. Well, you have to find that out. You have to realize that. You have to look at that. Where are your skills? Where are your talents? Where are the things that you genetically predispose towards, combined with where are the things that you educate towards? And oftentimes, people can cripple their own purpose by educating towards things that are not genetically compatible with what they are best suited to do. The world's best basketball player, who's 4'5", isn't going to do too well, is he? He's got millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of training, worth of everything else. Spends all of this time on it, and he could be technically the best basketball player in the world, but his genetics said no, he was better suited for something else. And that's not to say that he's not suited for anything. There are definitive suitings, there are definitive purposes. And by denying the purposes, does it still say Project Zomboid? It doesn't say Project Zomboid, does it? We're good, right? What the fuck? Huh. No. Well, I did notice that it's not letting me change my tags for the stream anymore. Whoopsies. But the thing is, right, there are certain limitations you can overcome, right? Hey, how's it going, Ricky? How's it going? There are some limitations you can overcome. There are some things that you can do to try and push past it. But the thing is, even if you push past your genetical predisposition, if you had stuck with the thing that you're predisposed for, and you had instead put all of that effort into honing what you've got, right? If you put that instead into honing what you've got, honing what you're good at, firm lean into it, you'll be a happier, healthier man. Lean into what you're good at. Lean into it hard. Lean into it proper. Build yourself into a better position. Discover what you're good at and move forward. I understand that you're doing the butter robot thing. I think we got everything done here. We do need to get these supplies out towards market. We need to get those trees into the lumberyard, but I want to try to save up and get an actual lumber truck for that. By the way, welcome in, Richard. I understand that a lot of folks don't know the other games I play. Zomboid's usually a really good one. Have you gotten the MIDI to work yet? Fuck, okay, I'm gonna physically write myself a damn note. I'm gonna physically write myself a damn note. Hold on, let me grab my fucking notebook here. I'm gonna physically write myself a note. Where's my fucking notebook? Bible. So many Bibles. Hold on. An hour ago? Hold on. Excuse me. There's a problem. My security system's notified me that somebody's getting into my car. Hold on. Huh. Okay. No, that was me. It's just fun to poke around with it. Well, it is. It is. I like my physical MIDI keyboard. I like physical MIDI. I like other stuff like that. Again, as I said before, my biggest issue is... Ooh, okay, we can sell this. Hell yeah. My biggest issue is... A little bit of fear with this stuff. B, the way I've destabilized some stuff. Boink, boink, boink. I want to get a forklift, chat. I want to get an actual forklift for this. What is the cheapest actual forklift we can get? Hold on. Excuse me. Oh, saving content. What is the cheapest actual forklift we can get? Oh, wait. We got these ones for $5 grand. Is that just gonna control like this fucking one? Is that just gonna control as ass as this one does? Alright, you know what? I'm taking a risk. Chat, I'm taking a fucking risk. I'm hoping it doesn't control as bad. Alright, you know what? International Harvester. Yes. Yes. Let's paint it International Harvester red. You know what? I'm putting on a work light. Hell yeah. 150 bucks for a fucking work light? You know what? Load basket as well. Oh yeah, look at this bad boy. Chat, look at this fucking bad boy. Alright, we are gonna need to go pick it up though. Thank you. Let's go pick it up. International Soul Harvester. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Alright, I believe we're gonna have to hop the left here. I don't like how they do the texture loading. Is it just me, or does this look worse than 22 in some regards? Look at this shit. This is fucking ridiculous. This weird ass, like... Oh, you guys don't see it! Wait! Chat! It doesn't record! It only shows up on vid... Oh, that's so fucking weird! I'm looking at the side-by-side. I've got my preview window, and I've got the actual game. You guys aren't seeing the same thing I'm seeing. Okay, so you can see a little bit of that blur up in the distance, right? There's a very... You can see a little bit of it. It is so fucking bad up close. It is unacceptably bad. Like, everything's got that same blur of the ultra-far distance, but it's not showing up on the recording. Oh, that's fucking weird. Wait, is this the right way? Hold on. Yes, this is the right way to go. Cool. I'm gonna try and get an actual forklift here. Yeah, I can see it. I think there's a mod to disable that shit. Well, there's a mod to disable almost anything. It really bugs me how bad modern engines are, because they don't have to do half this shit, but they've obsessed over the wrong things. They've obsessed over defaults. They've obsessed over so many of these ways that'll cut corners that, again, a game from 2015, I know I harp on this, games from 2015 look better than games from 2025. I make the joke often, oh hey, happy 2015, because everything with this shit still just fucking feels like 2015. Alright. Can I open the actual... yeah, there we go. What? Maybe it's only partially... Oh, wait. That's fine. That's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. That's not how that works at all. What the fuck are you doing? Alright, well, I'll turn it the other way then. There we go. That'll be fine. Doesn't look as good, but hey. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta do the fasten of the tension belts, hold on. Yep, that's definitely fastening the tension belts correctly. That's definitely working how that's supposed to. It's not a joke, graphics peaked at that time. To be honest, team, here in Mexico, where John Deere Greens are the Harvester here. Well, I mean, a lot of people are. I just prefer International Harvester, because International Harvester, the car, International and Harvester, right? They made their cars entirely in the United States. They made the trucks in the United States. They made everything actually in the United States. Their vehicles work fantastic. They last forever. They're easy to maintain. They are just some of the best equipment on the entire fucking market. Their semi-trucks are good. Their trucks are good. Everything International Harvester makes is fucking fantastic. I am a fanboy. I would drive and own an International car, right? A Harvester car, a fucking... I have... So you're saying this game is bad? No, I'm saying all modern games are bad. What I'm saying is basically every game that's been made for the last 10 fucking years is not doing proper improvements because the improvements have been made, right? The improvements are there. The improvements are good to go, right? It's all ready to go. It's all there, and nobody's fucking using it. Nobody's using things properly. That's not a, the games are bad. That's a, the developers are bad. You know what I mean? I love diesel engineering. I say that diesel electric is the fucking future and has been since World War II, and the fact that people are unwilling to accept diesel electric into their hearts genuinely breaks my heart. I think that diesel electric is the way to go, right? Not electric, Not diesel. Definitely not petrol. Diesel electric. It's that perfect fucking combo. Okay, 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 hold on. I'm gonna get this home. I'm gonna get this home. It's gonna be great. Fuck is petrol? Okay, so okay, there's the two main fuels, right? There's diesel and petrol. Because gasoline, anything could be gas. You know what I mean? Wood gas is gas, right? Wood gas is gas. You get what I'm saying here? It's actually I know what it is, but in North American, we just say gasoline. Well, I understand why it's said, right? But I also understand that it's wrong. It's petroleum gas. It's like how I keep saying garage, even though garage or garage is the more appropriate for the Western tongue. Because garage rhymes with carriage. Alright, let's unload this shit. Okay, alright. There we go. Come on. Okay, that controls a bit better, yeah. Okay, yeah, that fucking controls better. It is Friday in California. What? No! Himawari Kotetsu in chat. How's the empire of pavers and mycelium going? It's actually going pretty good. Come on. The one thing I hate with how they handle... Come on. That in a... There you go. The one thing I don't like... There we go. The one thing I don't like with how they handle vehicles in these games, they've always done this, right? They don't return your wheels on the keyboard controls to center. So you have to over-tap the opposite direction. There we go. Come on. Come on. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm stuck on the fucking pavers. I'm stuck on the fucking pavers? Oh no! What do you mean they gave physics to the individual paving stones? What do you... Why would you do that? Why the fuck would you do that? Come on. Come on. Just fucking work. Just fucking work. Really? Hi. Alright. Fucking hell. Why is this so fucking buggy? There we go. Fucking hell. Alright. Well, this one's a little bit less than ideal, too. Damn. Alright, hold on. Can I actually use my controller for this? Okay. I fucking hate when they do that shit. There's a lot of game decisions, right? I like this series. I genuinely fucking do. There's a lot of decisions they make that are so fucking amateur hour developer. What's up? I'm doing a little bit of this before the collab later. Doing a little bit of... Come on. The fact that I can't just plug my controller in and go. There we go. Come on. Fucking come on. Can this be a vehicle in Project Some? No, I'm just using super strength because this is in fucking sufferable. this over here. Here we go. See, you've not driven a snail before. There we go. Ooh, I'll have to grab the other one too. There we go. Hey, look, they're already having babies. Hell yes. Sweet. Yeah, no, there's some frustrating elements in this, and I do still... Ooh, there's a deer. It's pretty. It's just a deer. There we go. Look at that. It's a little deer. A doe, a deer, a female deer. Howdy, human. How's it doing? How's it doing? How's it doing? Oh, man. I forgot what I was saying. There was something I wanted to talk about. I, in general, do think that I'm very happy with how individuals have adjusted to VTubing. And I'm very sad with how VTubing as a whole has changed over time. There is a very intense hatred for the corpos right now. And there are a lot of people who do not understand the purpose of a corporation in VTubing. And there are a lot of people who really desperately want to do everything they can to sabotage every corpo they possibly can. And I don't think people understand how much of the problems with quote-unquote VTuber corporations is actually a problem with people who hate VTuber corporations, who are actively ruining the lives of other people, intentionally so, because they don't want VTubing corporations to exist, and they would instead prefer that the entirety of VTubing were collapsed. I think there's a lot of people who really don't see that. That yes, there are a lot of bad corporations, but there's also a lot of fuckheads who are joining into these companies, joining in, infesting these different layers, and they do the exact same thing with gaming. People who actively hate VTubing, who want to join these companies to sabotage them so they can then point at these companies and say that they are a bad decision. And it frustrates me because these what the fuck? I didn't grab you. Because these self-righteous fucks come out of the woodwork. I do not think it's better to stay independent. I definitively do not. It is easier to get your start with corporations. Once you've gotten yourself to a stable level, perhaps. Once you've gotten yourself to a position where you can handle it, perhaps you can handle being independent. I think that there are a great many of wonderful, fantastic creators out there, and this is not me shilling for myself, by the way. There are wonderful creators who are hard fucking limiting themselves because they are not under a corporation that would give them the guidance they actually need to be successful. There are creators out there who have stayed independent for so fucking long, and yet they have almost nothing to show for it because they have actively avoided the structure that would give them that little bit of an extra push to be successful. There is a reason why corporations exist, and there is a reason why companies are formed. The reason is to make money, right? And what do you need to back your creative endeavors? Money. When you're wanting to do concerts, that costs dough. Concerts cost green. Networking costs time. Are you going to be spending all of your time sitting there, reaching out to everybody yourself, doing the edits yourself, doing all this shit yourself? Well, congratulations, you're not going to be doing the actual content creation. As a content creator, I create content, right? I was just at an Offspring concert. Oh, hell yeah. That sounds fucking awesome. Lothar got fucked by Nexus. Well, yeah, there are bad companies, but there's also a fuck ton of bad indies, too. Reddy Cat realized she hit the hard limit. of being an indie. It's an honest evaluation. Yeah, and I wish more people would realize that, because there are hard limits that you hit. There are different situations that you are going to hit, and you are going to have to figure out ways to unlimit yourselves and work outside of that. There are some individuals who are able to stay indie their entire careers, and they are able to make things work semi-decently, right? Activist employees, and they go out and scream wolf and become trusted voices inside the audience. Well, and then they abuse the fact that the audience trusts them when they are the very self-same made people who are doing a lot of this horrific scummy shit in the first place. Don't you think that corporate entities exist off of the talent? And talent exists off of the corporate entity. This is not a parasitic relationship, it's a symbiotic relationship. A proper corporation grooms its talent into being better creators, builds its talent and forms it into a better positioning that they can make money. Why is the hard limit in place? The hard limit is in place because there's only so much one person can do. Now, admittedly, you can form your own corporation, but at the point where you're having your piles of employees and everything else, congratulations, you're not really much of an indie anymore. Symbiote, Venom, like, there is a hard fucking limit to what one person can do, just as there's a hard limit to what two people can do, right? There are hard limits. It's not just a gatekeeper. However, there is gatekeeping as well. You can have corporations that are independent companies, as in you have maybe one or two people networking together, but a family is stronger than a person. A unit works better. Oh, thank goodness! I thought my dog just got hit by a car. Hey, fella. Man is made to work together, a social species. Yeah, you're either CEO product amalgamation or you join a corpo. Yes, that is the long fucking term. Corpos also have financial clout. Corpos also have the backing that people know who they are, they know how to work with them, these sort of things. To an extent, I can understand your statement that corporations will themselves make things harder to go independent. And the other thing is, not every organization, not every individual needs to be a corporation. It's true, this is correct. However, I will say, you will have a hard limit to what level of success you can make. And you'll have a different time. And there are also many, many people who, I'm just going to come out and fucking say it, are not smart enough to be independent. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. Because I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I've done it before, and I will do it again. There are people who are not smart enough to be indie. There are people who do not have the ability to be indie. That's a talent question. You can be incredibly talented and a drooling retard. Talent and intelligence don't always go hand in hand. Yes, they do a lot of the time, right? There are large sections of the time when you can sit there and definitively say, I'm too nine to be indie. But there are a large number of people who legitimately are. Baka baka. Holy shit, they ate a lot. These guys eat a lot. Yeah, VTuber groups like VDare as well. I'm not going to call out also, by the way, before we get too far into this, I'm not going to call out any specific organizations here because I believe that that is a measure both better suited for other individuals who are more talented towards drama. Turns out most creative types don't have business autism. There, he might just say the same thing as you in a less abrasive way. Well, the reason I'm abrasive is because I'm tired of so many people refusing to say literally anything about it because they're afraid of coming off as abrasive, right? You know what I mean? We're saying all of our favorite popular VTubers and high achievers were launched by Corpo. History tells otherwise. What I'm saying is, a lot of the time, it's far easier to get your launch by being Corpo. And I'm also going to say that a lot of these quote-unquote indies that you think are on their own are not. I can actually talk about this now, but are you aware of how many indies were launched, sponsored, or paid by VShojo? Do you know how many quote-unquote indies were being backed by VShojo and were non-listed members of VShojo? Do you guys understand how much of the quote-unquote indie scene is not independent at all? Like, again, this is kind of a how the sausage is made thing, but you know what? I'm just gonna come out and fucking say it, because I don't give a fuck anymore. I so very much don't give a fuck. The vast majority of successful indies have some form of backing. The vast majority of quote-unquote indies are not. Because you need some form of group. Now, that's not sitting here saying some vast conspiracy or what have you, although there are a number of conspiracies in play, right? That is from the purest standpoint of, in order to be successful, you need to do a lot of things. Now, if you're higher IQ, if you have these actual understandings, if you have these machinations in yourself, there are people who are able to do it all themselves, right? There are certain individuals, but those people are 1 in a million. They are 1 in a fucking million. They are so fucking rare. I'm not one of them. You kidding me? I'm not fucking one of them. I am not one of them, right? I can't handle half this shit. I actively just choose not to do a bunch of things, right? There are a large number of things where I just actively choose not to, right? And that does actively hurt my channel. And it actively hurts my capabilities. It hurts me, right? There are a lot of things I cannot do and will not be able to do because I am solo, right? Whereas if I was backed by an organization or backed by a group, there'd be more time to do these things. One of the ways that people are able to do this is they lower the amount of days that they stream, they lower the amount of time that they stream. They spend as much time as they can, instead jumping up and saying, well, I'm gonna do all this other stuff on the side. Well, why do you only stream 1 day a week? Why do you only stream 3 days a week? Well, because they're spending the rest of that time doing everything else that streaming requires. Whereas if they had a corporation, if they had that sort of backing there, they would be far better off to actually focus on what they're doing. You know what I mean? Let's see, it's 14366. Where did you list it at? I'll mark it here. 14. Oh, okay. So you're... Oh, hell yeah. So I can get rid of the one that I've got now, and I can get a... Where are you at? Ooh. I've got fucking crew cab at you. Hold on. Give a fucking V8 engine on that thing? Hold on. I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. Mr. Connor Malone, what do you have to say about the allegations that flavors of Bishoujo plant to make people like Babanikus? Again, at the end of the day, a lot of this stuff... There is... How do I put this? How do I put this? Life is a lot like a board game. And there are a large number of individuals who have a vested interest in making absolutely certain that you do not understand the rules of the game that you are playing, because it's easier for them to win if you don't know what the rules are. As long as you don't know what the rules are, as long as you don't know how to play the game, they have less competition. If everybody knows what the rules of the game are and how to play it, a lot of these people who are so fucking successful, who are so up the ladder, who are doing these things so well, would not be able to even keep themselves from being homeless. Some of the richest people on Earth, if everyone just knew the rules of the game, would be actively homeless. Or dead. And that is one of the biggest situations with this stuff. It is very, very, very easy to get caught up thinking that you understand how the game is played, only to get smacked back awake. There is a chicken outside. What the fuck? How did you get outside? How did you... Huh, okay. How did don't you get outside? Monopoly laws are designed to monopoly laws protect monopolies. Well, the thing is, a lot of the laws and the regulations that are designed to work a certain way, right? They are utilized, abused, and adjusted. Is there a manual? Well, there's the problem. There are 20,000 different manuals, and they're often most often the manuals are written by your competitors who want you to lose. That's the biggest fucking issue, right? Considering how predatory some corpos have turned out to be, because I understand why the anti-corpo stance exists. Yes, because a lot of these corporations are incredibly predatory. They're incredibly... They eat people up and spit them the fuck out, right? There are a lot of that. There is gatekeeping. I'm not denying that there's gatekeeping. I'm not denying that there are examples of individuals who are able to break through. What I'm saying is, if you work under the rule of thumb that talent is always enough to break through, yes, there is a degree of meritocracy. This is correct. If you have no talent, you're not going to do as well as if you were the same even if you have all the backing in the world, you're not going to do as well with no talent as you would with backing. However, backing with talent makes the talent go farther. Yes, there are people who have done it without. This is not an argument stating that you can't do it without. This is an argument stating, hey, if you go with, you'll get further. It is a... There's also, again, a lot of individuals who will leech off these things and latch on to these things because life is a complicated series of scenarios. Life ain't easy. Life is complicated, life is confusing, and life is often easy as well. My business practice is the legal way to do it. If your business practice matches mine too much, I'll sue. Yeah, and these are issues we have as well, right? The hundreds of Vtubers who pull in 100K plus a year working on their own independent platforms. How many of them are truly independent? Genuinely. It's probably a fair few, right? And there's enough people out there that you can make these things. And you can, if you set your goals appropriately and you have your ideas, yes. However, I would also say there are there are also hundreds of people who win the lottery. There are hundreds of people who make it big in Vegas. There are hundreds of people who get away with bank robberies. There are hundreds of people who... You see my issue here? What's our volume? What's our percentage rate? What's our ratios? What's our abilities here? What is our actual, end result here? How many of those individuals who are making the hundreds of thousands got started 10 years ago? How many of them got started 5 years ago? How many of them got started 15 years ago? How many of them had prior business experience? How many of them had prior experience running small businesses, large businesses, working at talent corporations, working at organizations that were able to build up the backing? How many of them had the prior experience before doing any of this? How many of them started from nothing? How many of them had rich parents? These are all things that are important to take into consideration, not to let dominate the conversation as a whole, but to take into consideration to inform your decision-making process. Bosnian bad apple. See it as a motor. For a motor to work, you need fuel, air pressure, and timing. You could have all the spark of talent and creativity, but if you don't have the other three, it doesn't work. Well, not even to that degree. This is more like, okay, if you have a racing engine, right? If you have a high-level performance racing engine, it can work with the standard fuel. It can work. You'll be able to get to work and get back home without maintenance. Like, if you're not doing the constant daily maintenance, it can work. It can sound good. It can hold together. If you get the better fuel, it'll go faster. If you do the regularly scheduled maintenance checks, it'll go faster and last longer. If you have the calibration appropriate, it'll work better. If you miscalibrate, your raw talent will always be downgraded by miscalibration. Not everyone is created equal. Not everyone is born exactly the same. Not everybody has the same potential. There are individuals in every situation, in every walk of life, who will be able to work solo. There are individuals in every walk of life. I take extreme insult for when I work on something on my own, and people think I use my mommy and daddy's money, especially when neither of them are capable of providing that for me because they have their own struggles. And that is an issue as well, right? That is an issue as well, yes? Because there are a number of individuals who will use that. Now, the other point of the matter remains that if you had mommy and daddy's money, you would even be further along than you are, right? Didn't Fishman already come with a fairly large sum of money when starting phase? Also an understanding of how to actually run a business despite hiccups in the first year? Yes. And the thing is, again and again, I'm trying to say here, and maybe it's me being the fool. I have been wrong before, I will be wrong again. I am wrong on a regular basis, right? I'm not a genius. I'm not even as smart as I once was, right? If I was actually truly any form of intelligent, I would be able to be a lot further than I am, right? That's the presumption, isn't it? Success is for those who are talented. Success is for those who have that potential. Or success is for those who don't and have daddy's money. But the situation with all of this, again, it's a complicated series of scenarios that are going in and out of this stuff. Am I the right person to even talk about it? I don't fucking know anymore. And I've never really known, honestly. I have my own ideas, my own observations, my own theories, and oftentimes they're wrong. Emu, why are you even talking about this stuff? Because it matters to me. Because it's something that I want to understand, something that I want to know, it's something that I want to see. And hey, if I'm completely wrong, and we actually do have all these indies who are genuinely indie, who aren't being propped up by assistants from other venues and what have you, then so be it. I will be happier to live in that world than the world that I live in myself, you know? Because the world that I'm living in with this is not a very happy one. It's one that by working with an understanding of, by working with this knowledge of, you can make things work. Even if my understanding of things is incorrect, the hope with that understanding is that the knowledge of it... I have this as a ringtone for one of my phones. I need to get it set up as a ringtone for this one too. Fucking love this song. One of the things I like to say is, does your worldview make things worse for you if it's incorrect? And is the balance proper? Verbiage, words, English. If you're wrong, does acting as if this is right make things worse, or does it make things better? Whether you are correct or incorrect, if you are incorrect, what is the punishment? What is the penalty? If you are correct, what is the punishment? What is the penalty? And same, what is the reward? For either situation, right? These are a number of things you have to weigh in terms of any of it, right? I'm not a highly successful man, right? If I was, any of this stuff I'm saying would have more weight, right? All I am is some guy who sees these things and wonders. And I want to talk with you guys about this stuff. And at the end of the day, if you guys do know better than me, right? Then, hey, at least I can maybe learn something from that, right? At least maybe I can learn to be a little more correct the next time. I love... Look at this. Look at this, chat! The dirt lines! It's just textures, but then it's like, oh, wait. You make ruts. It's genuinely... There's a lot of questions I've had for a while on this stuff. And I've got some rough ideas. I've got some theories. That's all I've got, theories. I'm no genius. But I'd like to be. I wish I had more brain cells left to add to the topic. Well, I wish more people would even consider the topic, right? Because whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, it's something worth considering. Is it not? Is it not worth considering the possibilities? Maybe. Maybe it's not. Can't be the answer to that. Yeah, no, I mean, if there are people who genuinely do their hardest, right? There are, right? And there are people who work their hardest and deny existence of outside influences, right? And there are also a ton of people who warmly and openly accept it. It matters to me a lot, but I feel like it shouldn't. If it matters to you a lot, then it matters to you a lot, right? If it matters, then it matters. Wishing for it not to matter, feeling like it shouldn't matter, that's not gonna change shit. What the fuck is that gonna change? It matters. Okay, cool. It matters. Alright, what are you gonna do with that fact that it matters? How are you gonna leverage that in the function? My understanding with this stuff, I leverage this to try and actually help people get involved with organizations, help to try and get them to move to better positions and whatnot. Does it always work? Probably not. I'm just a silly little guy. Wait, I just realized something. Hey, John. Was that you saying that you were insulted by me saying this? Or I want to make sure I'm understanding the context on there, because I realize sometimes I miss context on statements, and I'm very fucking dense sometimes, right? Maybe I should make my own Vtuber corpo that'll violently explode in like 7 months. No. Someone else thought I did when I went to dive school. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, in that case, it's probably because they did or they knew people who did. Or you do have that constant, like, obsession with the communist philosophy, right? That the only time anyone ever succeeds is off the backs of everyone else. Whereas that's not entirely true. It's mostly a game of numbers, right? Even with the shit I'm talking about, right? The vast majority of the time, yes, you're going to have major backings. And basically every time you're going to have a better situation if you have backing than if you don't. Like a 40-year-old dude who's from the film industry. Oh, no. Film industry is usually, I don't give a fuck how much talent you have. Who's your parents? Film industry is almost always, okay, who are your parents? Who's your family? Are you with the right organization? Do you have the right connections? Not that I would ever say that. I mean, listen, I did voice acting. I was in the same room as voice actors before. You know that? You know that? Listen, let me tell you how important I am. I voice acted on shitty commercials nobody's gonna remember in 2 years. Oh wait, nobody remembers them anyway. Yoink. There we go. Alright, let's sell some of this. We got 18 grand. Hell yes. Alright, so 18 grand. We'll try and save up a little bit more cash, do what we can, try and expand out the farm. I'm wondering if we want to get more chickens. I should probably check to make sure the chickens are being replaced at a reliable rate. Dude, Western voice acting, Western acting in general, is such a fucked market. There are so many... Well, actually, Western entertainment in general seems to be full of people who hate Western entertainment. Who hate the idea of entertainment full stop. And hate the people who enjoy entertainment. Isn't that kind of weird? How almost every sector, anytime any sector starts up... I can't believe Hima is John Insurance ads. Dude, I worked in so many shit, like... I have done so many work safety videos, chat. I have done so many work safety videos. I have done so many fucking bullshit commercials, right? I have done thousands and thousands of fucking hours worth of work on crappy commercials that nobody's ever going to fucking recognize. And that kind of started to break my fucking brain after a while. You know that? Pretty sure the whole class thought that about me, as they didn't seem too friendly around me. Not necessarily hostile, but distant in a way that showed they didn't think favorably of me. Well, yeah. Seems that all entertainment now. It's all entertainment. It's VTubing's time. Well, the thing is, that's because you have people who hate entertainment, and they believe that if they can get rid of entertainment... I've said this before, and I'll say this again. I'll say it to my dying fucking day. Communists in America want communism at the cost of literally anything, and believe if they can get people to start killing each other in violent and brutal ways, then the revolution will happen, and they'll have communism. People in positions of political power at the highest echelons of society believe that if they can collapse enough governments and cause enough things, they'll be able to have a world without borders that one or two families can completely control. This is their stated fucking goal that they say openly. Entertainment gets in the way of that because entertainment makes people happy. If you're happy, you're not killing your neighbor. And some of these people are genuinely pissed that you're not killing your neighbor. Why aren't you killing your neighbor? What they think is they can turn the world into enough of a hell that their communist stuff is going to be the best option. They think that they can make everything dog shit enough. Oh, you know the people. Well, they need you to not be entertained. They need you to not be happy. They need you to be angry so that you get violent. Why aren't you angry? Why aren't you violent? Is the cry that they keep shouting out. That's part of why I do this entertainment stuff. Like, legitimately. That is part of why I do VTubing entertainment. Because I'm here to entertain you guys and remind you that, hey, just a little bit of a reminder here. People want you to get fucking violent, so they either have an excuse to kill you or to leverage your violence to get what the fuck they want. No matter how much it feels like you really should be getting violent right here, right now, I don't know. I don't know. Just don't fucking walk face first into a landmine. Be careful. A lot of the peaceful protests have a lot of communists supporting them too. Yeah. Hollywood's completely communist, and they're trying, like, VTubing has a lot of communism as well that's trying to just take over everything. I'm sick and fucking tired of communists. I hate communists so fucking much. I'm so glad they're not a protected class so I can talk shit about them. And at the end of the day, I don't hate communism because of some high-minded ideal. I hate it because it killed my grandpa. I'm not some, like, high-minded, like, fighter for the cause or fighter for the people or anything. I'm just a guy who misses his grandpa. I'm a guy who misses his wife. I miss my fiance. We never actually got married, but I miss my fiance, I miss my kids, I miss my brother. I miss so many fucking people that communism took the fuck away from me, the direct and the indirect, you know? I just... yeah. Tanky when all is on fire, we'll have our way. Motherfucker, you'll be the first ones on the end of the line, and not the food one. But the problem is, right, there genuinely are a number of good people who are brought in by this stuff. There are genuinely evil people who are using a lot of this shit. And again, there are a series of rules that half the world doesn't know what they are. They come down to how to play the game of life. There's a million different manuals, and a lot of the time these manuals are written by people to actively misdirect, mislead, and maladjust to get you to do something that they want you to do instead of what's best for you. It sucks, you know? fucking sucks. It's kind of funny when communists hate monopolies. Brother in Christ, you're trying to turn the government into the monopoly of everything. Well, yeah. They hate monopolies they don't control. When you look into who's actually running a... Who? The who? When you look into who's actually controlling a lot of these things, a lot of these monopolies are controlled by the very self-same people who say they hate monopolies because they want to use the monopolies to collapse everything and make this new monopoly. It's a lot of high and mighty posturing in order to get you to argue with something that's against your own best interest in order to let them do their thing. And it sucks. It sucks. I don't want to be the kind of guy who talks about this shit, you kidding me? There's a reason I don't run a politics channel. There's a reason I don't run these things. I'm just some dumb fucking kid from Germany, you know? I'm tired. I've been tired for a long time. I'm gonna keep being tired. Well, every time I try to move past this stuff, every time I try to move on from it, it's just some weird way to bring you back. That's one of the things about life, you know? Yeah? If you ran a politics channel, they'd find you quicker and try to subvert. That's a whole other headache. So, hey, there's probably better men than I who utilize politics, you know? There's better men than me. And there's worse men than me. At the end of the day, I'm just me. Excuse me, gentlemen. I know what that text message is. That is a floating dog. That is a... Did you get hit by a car and you're in heaven now? Alright. He's a wizard. Your dog's a yokai. Oh, wait! Dude, wait! It's Genji! He's not a turtle anymore! He's a dog! Do you have crypto? No, I've got Genji. Wasn't it Genji? Wasn't he the turtle from Toho? What the fuck are you doing up in the sky, Sparky? Sparky. Whoa! Oh, shit. Hold on a second, chat. Fuck, it's Thursday. Sparky's on top of Transformers. Yeah, no, Sparky's doing what he can. Chat. I forgot what day it is. I got the collab at 6, and I was supposed to be at the game store an hour ago, and all of my players have been waiting for me for an hour. Well, probably gonna have to call the stream then. Shit. I forgot. Well, I have to be back for the collab. Shit. Well, shit. At least we got Sparky. So, I get home from my tabletop at 8 p.m. I was supposed to be there already. I'm getting text messages. Excuse me, chat. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna have to raid you guys somewhere so I can deal with that. Apologies that we were spending it talking rough topics. I usually like to sneak the rough topics in near the middle of the stream or after about like the first hour so I can sandwich it in there and hide it so people don't find it or think about it. Mollington's live? Yep. We're gonna raid Mollington. We're gonna hide. We're gonna raid Mollington. Don't let Mollington know. Shh. Hima needs to roll dice. Hima doesn't. No, Hima doesn't. No. Don't tell Hima. Don't tell Hima. Don't tell Hima. Don't tell Hima. Chat, by the way, I want to let you know, we went from 7 concurrent viewers when I was saying that, right? Right before I started all that stuff, we peaked at 7 concurrents, right? We crashed down to 2 by me talking about any of that stuff. This is also why I don't like to talk about this stuff, because nobody wants to fucking hear it. Nobody ever wants to fucking hear it. Ever. No matter what people say if they want to hear it or not, nobody wants to hear it. Oh, man. That is beautiful. That guy Nobody's a good listener. I know, right? You gotta ease into the rough stuff. But even if it says there's 2 of us, there's 3 of us. Wait, there's 3 of you in chat? Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, I blame the music. What the fuck do you mean? The music said... What the fuck do you mean you blame the music? Wait, hold on. I don't even see the music being listed. Hold on. Fine, I'll turn down the... Turn it down even fucking more. There you go. Anyway. Let me do a raid here real quick. Let's see if Twitch has enough folks for that. Hold on. Ah! There we go. Yeah. Let's see. Do we... Oh, shit! Wait, there... Oh, so all you guys went from Twitch, or from YouTube over to Twitch. That's what happened there. Holy shit, wait a second. Oh, fuck. I was like thinking there's like 2 people watching and I'm like, oh man. Then I go looking over at Twitch and it's like, oh, wait, we peaked at like 15 fucking people. Okay. All right, so everybody just went over to Twitch. Okay. Well, that makes sense. All right, I'm gonna raid you guys over somewhere. Twitch. You guys are going to... Wait. DCS people's... Wait, Shark streams DCS World? Fucking hold on. Sharklet streams DCS World? Hold on. That's fucking awesome. I'm here now as well. Alright. /raid. DCS World. No, Sharklet! I'm not raiding DCS World! I'm raiding Sharklet. Yes, so we're gonna raid DCS World. /raid DCS World. There we go. Alright. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Apologies. Thanks. All that fun stuff. Have fun, boys and girls. Have fun over at Mollington's and over at Sharklets. I'm gonna go deal with, angry players.